Okay, and welcome to a little review about monopolistic competition, both in the short run and the long run. So you remember that monopolistically competitive markets are very competitive, hence the name, but they do involve some pricing power. So right away you'll notice that in both of these situations, this is short run on the left and right, long run on the right. The demand curve is downward sloping, but it's fairly elastic. Okay, it's fairly elastic because there are a number of competitors. The fact that it's elastic means that the possible price ranges this firm can charge are fairly limited, okay, compared to, say, your sort of standard monopoly. Let's see if I can pull one up here. This is the one from the Natural Monopoly video. It's this whole area here. You know, they control the whole market. So monopolistically competitive firms are fairly limited in what they can do in terms of price. Whoa, how did that happen? So, you know, there's nothing super shocking or confusing about the basics. You still are going to produce where MR equals MC, which is right here. You're still going to choose the quantity below that. You're still going to go up to the demand curve. This says AR. Well, AR, okay, is the same thing as price, if you remember Mr. Party. And the demand curve always contains pricing information. So whoever drew this that I borrowed from the internets put AR instead of demand. Don't let that confuse you. But anyway, you can see right here they have a nice little chunk of profit. In the long run, firms in a monopolistically competitive market will only earn zero economic profit because it is easy to enter. So think about your pizza market here in Chicago. If one particular pizza firm is making a ton of money near a certain neighborhood, that profit is going to incentivize somebody else to start up another pizza firm. And that will kind of split the market, so to speak. And then you throw in some national pizza places, and all of a sudden, everyone's demand kind of goes down. So if you look at this second graph here, it looks like this demand curve is kind of shifted to the left, and that's essentially what happens. The result being that you still produce where MR equals MC, you still price off the demand curve, but what you get here is a break-even result, okay? And there's no reason to enter or exit the market. So there's the basics. Now let's talk about how to draw this if you ever asked to draw it on an AP exam or an IB exam or something like that. So here's my suggestions. Draw your marginal cost curve first. Draw your fairly flat demand curve. Draw your marginal revenue curve like always. And never forget to label the axes. Here's your quantity. Here's your price. Now, after you've drawn all that, draw your demand curve. So it just kisses the demand curve. Excuse me, the ATC curve just kisses the demand curve, okay, because it is supposed to be tangent to it. If you find that it doesn't quite hit it, we'll make a big dot. People who are grading it will get the picture. Now, why is it, and a lot of people ask this, it's a great question, why is it that it's tangent to it? Why wouldn't it be something like, let me just move this guy out of the way, why wouldn't you just draw your ATC curve like this to go through that spot? Because it suggests that if you actually raise the price to somewhere in here, okay, you have the possibility of some kind of profit. Let's just say you priced it right here. You have the possibility of a little sliver of profit. And you have that possibility at this quantity. But this quantity is less than where MR equals MC, which is always the profit maximizing quantity, which is impossible, right? That's like saying 1 plus 1 is 3, although I'm sure Mr. Tobin has a way to tell you that 1 plus 1 really is 3. Nonetheless, that's why you draw it like that. That's why this green ATC curve is not good, and oh, goodness me. And you have to draw your average total cost curve so it is just tangent to the demand curve. There you go. Make sure you know how to draw a MOCO firm, short run, long run. Remember, short run, they can always lose money as well, or break even in the short run. But in the long run, their fate is sealed because it's a competitive market. They only will ever earn zero economic profit. Thanks, and study hard.